finally get some time to make a little introduction for the channel. Go ahead and get things going, you know, get some content out. The plans for the day are, I guess, something a little more simple. We're gonna see if we can go ahead and get this little weight plate installed. We're gonna get this lower support taken off, and then we'll kind of get right into it. All right, guys, before we get into the whole, you know, weight plate install, you know, I'll give a little introduction, you know, kind of making this work, making it happen out of a little 10 by 30 storage, you know. It's been kind of cool to see the progress of the car so far. I definitely am excited to get some content out for you guys and get more information out and just kind of share the goals of what we got planned for this. It was definitely not something that I had in mind due to I was building a 2000 Civic front wheel drive, a blue car that I'll probably throw a picture in just so you guys can see what we got going on. But now, as you see, we got this one here. It's a 2000 EK hatch. It is all-wheel drive. We got a diff right here. We got the drive shaft back there. Probably gonna end up going a different route. I'll definitely jack the car up later. We'll kind of go more into what parts are on here for the all-wheel drive. But the car will be B series, so it's gonna be a B series all-wheel drive hatch. The goal is to one day go 8s. I definitely want to break into the 8s. We have the cage to go 8.5, so definitely excited for it. I definitely want to make some videos, you know, get some stuff out for you guys, and we'll see where the car goes in the next 6 months to a year, and just, you know, it's gonna be cool to have you guys along the road, you know, see what comes out of this and comes out of the channel. My boy Ray pulled up. Gonna throw down today, get the weight plate thrown on. My boy Willie's car. We're gonna definitely have all these cars on the channel. We're gonna have a lot of things, you know, cooking up soon. That car's gonna be boosted. This car's gonna be boosted. That car's gonna be boosted. Everything's gonna be boosted. Everything's gonna be crazy. You know, definitely South Florida vibes out here. You gotta make something fast out of it just to keep up with the regular traffic out here. It's a whole different ball game out here.
Everybody has a Hellcat now. Everyone has a Hellcat.
We're not worried about the Hellcats. We're coming soon. So, gonna get the weight plate thrown on. Got all the tools we need kind of prepped out here. Gonna get this lower support off. Should look sick. Probably mock up the intercooler. Just kind of, I don't know, get a little view of what it's gonna look like. All right, guys. So, everybody gets intimidated with the whole weight plate install. It's honestly something super simple. I did it on my previous build. So, all we gotta do is knock out these little spot welds around here. We're gonna cut this support right here. Do the same thing to the other side, and then this whole piece should pop out. So I'll put this on a time lapse, go ahead and get this lower support knocked out, and I'll be back shortly. All right, guys, just a quick little info, kind of little knowledge tip right here. So this is gonna be our little spot weld bit. So this kind of just screws onto here. As you see in the time lapse before, I already went through and put my little marks and my little punches. This pointy part right here is just gonna sit into those punches I made, and it's gonna allow me to push this down and cut around the spot weld. Once I do that, I'll be able to literally just pop this out of place without going through and damaging everything behind, so it doesn't look ugly when we're done. All right, guys, so we got the spot welds taken out of this side. Not too bad. This side was a little bit easier than the other side, but this side was banged up at the bottom, so the spot welds at the bottom were definitely harder to get out. But with flathead screwdriver, a little hammer work, pause, we got that out. Definitely hot today, you know, it's Florida, so working out of a storage definitely, you know, definitely gets hot really quick, but we got that out. I'm gonna go ahead now and cut the backs off so I don't have to drill out the spot welds. So I'm just gonna cut straight down here. This side separated, this side didn't, so I'm gonna go ahead and just make a little slit there. That'll come off, and then we're gonna trim this right here under the hood latch. Once I get that cut, this whole lower T support is gonna be gone. I mean, lower radiator support, T support, whatever you wanna call it. That'll be out the way. I'll be able to get the weight plate kind of mocked up, and I'll go ahead and throw the intercooler on, so we'll see how beefy this thing's gonna look. So we got that side cut off. Now I'll go ahead and get you guys put right here so you guys can kind of see as if you were doing it yourself, you know. Not a lot of videos on how to make the perfect clearance for this, which I guess there's no right or wrong way to do it, but this is the route I'm choosing to go. So I'm gonna cut this right here. I'm gonna try and keep the upper radiator support stock. I don't really want to go the whole tubular route just yet. I do want this car to be a street car, so I'm trying to keep it as functional as possible. So I'll go ahead and get these clips popped out for the e-brake, not the e-brake, the hood latch. I don't want this to break, you know. I do know that all the Hondas never have a working hood latch, but I'm trying to keep mine. Mine does work. Cool, so got the cable out the way. Don't want to cut that. I'm gonna go ahead and move all this stuff out the way and kind of wing it. Not really gonna mark it. I do know I kind of literally just want to cut right here. Have cut this before, so I just want to keep it about the same as how I've done it once. I might even cut lower just so I can trim it up and do it how I want later. So I think that's gonna be the route I take right now. Literally, simple as that. Like I said at the beginning of the video, got the spot welds on the sides. You know, you'll kind of be able to see them a little bit better now here. Now that I've got them on, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This one was already pulled off, but there should be 11 on this little piece right here. You know, kind of fact checked ourselves there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So on this side, there's 9. So I guess it depends on the side you're working on. This side had less spot welds than the other. Could be wrong. Could have just been, you know, maybe at one point I missed one, or this side had some more pulled on, or not really certain. But got this lower support gone, so that's out the way. Now we're gonna go ahead and have all the room to work. Super excited. Wish I would have recorded. I did do a kind of like a OEM headlight harness tuck. All I did was unloomed the factory harness and kind of re-loomed it with electrical tape, but I stretched it out as much as I could so I can tuck everything up. So from the inside of the car, we're not going to see any wiring coming along the sides, so it'll give it that nice little tucked look. But no wires were cut. I didn't have to cut anything. I didn't have to splice or extend anything, so that's a plus. I don't really like cutting and splicing and extending OEM wires. If I can keep it as stock as possible so that it functions properly, that's my preference. Might come back and end up cutting off some of these studs. I don't know if I want to repaint this engine bay. It's not too bad. It is matched with the car, but there are a lot of nicks and scuffs all around the car, so I'm debating on that. We'll definitely think about that more, and probably talk about it in later videos coming up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to come help me put this weight plate. Even though it's empty right now, you know, it is still heavy. It's about I want to say it's in the ballpark of like 40 pounds, maybe 50 pounds. It's a really sick piece made by OdysseyFab. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it out in the sun so we can, you know, talk about it a little bit more. So I originally bought this weight plate when I was going front wheel drive. Super sick weight plate. It has a plug on the side. You can fill this. I believe it takes up to 110 pounds. But the best part about it is it bolts up to the factory tow hook spot. So all the little hooks in the front, the 2 hooks on each side, you just bolt that there and you run this like a traction bar. So I love the fact that I can keep the weight plate there while also making it a traction bar, so it'll function for traction and for weight on the front. Which now that the car's all-wheel drive, I'm gonna try leaving this empty. If I feel the car still needs more weight in the front, I can always fill this later. But I think the 40 pounds on the front and then the battery going to the front bumper will probably be just fine for weight distribution. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about that too much. The car's gonna hook regardless. All right, guys, so didn't get much filming done on this part of the install, but pretty straightforward. We're gonna have 3 bolts on this side that we're gonna have to do. Then you're gonna have to do the same 3 bolts on this side. Once you bolt these 3 and these 3, you can just literally run the nut and bolt on both sides of the arms. And then the weight plate is on and the traction bar part of it is also installed. So after that's all said and done, we're pretty much good to go. You know, this can come in and out as needed once the motor comes back in, but I just wanted to make sure everything fit before the motor got in, and makes it a little bit harder just to kind of play around with the clearances. All right, guys, got the car jacked up on all 4. Weight plate's done. Got the arms for the traction bar on, and the weight plate, everything's on and ready to go. Alex is about to go ahead and do his magic. We're about bring this car back to new. See how wet we can get this paint. I meant what I said, no pause. We're ready. This thing's about to be a baller ass detail. Give you guys a little look at everything down here. Got the welded on all-wheel drive. We have the diff mount, everything. We're gonna get everything all cleaned up. They did break an axle down here before, so we're gonna go ahead and get that all clean and ready to go. But S1 built trailing arms, S1 built all-wheel drive stuff welded in. Probably gonna end up running the CRV diff. Gonna lock that and pin it, and then run a Vistas coupler, but should be pretty sick. So we'll see where everything goes. Clean everything down here. Whip it in that work. Everything's gonna be nice and clean for when we get everything going. Diff mount's clean. Everything's undercoated, welded. All the S1 parts in the back are also clean. Make sure everything's clean. No idea what Alex is doing, but you know, whatever to get the best.
Just make it short.
Whatever to get the best detailing done, you know. So, if you want your car fingered, you know, hit him up.
You want your car clean? What you meant to say?
Oh man, this thing's gonna come out sick, guys. I'm hype.